What made samurai warriors so feared, yet at the same time so respected by their enemies? It wasn't just their skill in battle or their mastery of the sword. It was something more, something that made them stand out even among the most ruthless fighters of their time. They were the first true warriors forged in the fires of adversity, tempered by self-discipline and honor. They were the samurai, and their story is one of courage, loyalty, and unbending resolve. So what was the secret behind their success? What made these warriors so special? Welcome to my channel. Today, we'll be discussing the 7 laws of samurai, the code of conduct that guided these legendary warriors and helped them become the stuff of legend. So sit back, relax, and get ready to learn about the code of the samurai. Bushido, the way of the warrior. Bushido was more than just a code of conduct. It was a way of life for the samurai. It encompassed everything from their personal beliefs and values to their interactions with others and their approach to combat. At its core, Bushido was based on 5 key principles: honor, loyalty, courage, discipline, and compassion. These principles weren't just abstract ideals. They were put into practice every day by the samurai, who were expected to live by them both on and off the battlefield. Death before dishonor. To a samurai, there was no greater shame than surrender or cowardice. In fact, many samurai would take their own lives rather than face the dishonor of defeat. This mindset was not only a matter of pride, but also a way of ensuring that their honor remained intact even in the face of death. It was this unwavering commitment to honor that made the samurai such formidable opponents. They fought to the death, never giving up even when all hope seemed lost. Respect for the enemy. While the samurai were fierce fighters, they were also known for their respect towards their enemies. They believed in fighting with honor and integrity, regardless of who they were up against. This meant that they never resorted to dirty tricks or underhanded tactics, and they always treated their enemies with respect, even in the heat of battle. This was a stark contrast to the common medieval European knight, who often saw battles as a chance for plunder and did not hesitate to use any means necessary to defeat their opponent. Self-control was the highest strength. In the world of the samurai, self-control was considered the ultimate form of strength. It was believed that a warrior's true power came not just from their physical prowess, but also from their mental fortitude. Samurai practiced meditation and mindfulness techniques to develop their self-control and were expected to remain calm and focused even in the most challenging situations. Every action was tied to duty. For a samurai, every action had a purpose and was tied to their duty. They believed in living a life of service and were always ready to put the needs of others before their own. This sense of duty extended beyond just their role as warriors, and they were expected to be responsible citizens and contribute to the greater good of their community. Samurai believed in living as if already dead. This may seem like a strange concept, but to the samurai, it was a way of life. They believed that by letting go of their attachment to life, they could find a sense of freedom and fearlessness on the battlefield. By embracing death, they were able to face their enemies without hesitation or fear, knowing that death was just another step in the journey of a warrior. This mindset allowed them to fight with a reckless abandon that was both terrifying and inspiring to their enemies. Their code shaped Japanese culture for centuries. The influence of Bushido went far beyond the realm of warfare. It shaped Japanese culture for centuries, influencing everything from art and literature to politics and religion. The principles of honor, loyalty, courage, discipline, and compassion became deeply ingrained in Japanese society and continue to be revered even today. So what can we learn from the Samurai Code? What is the secret to their success? First and foremost, we can see how important it is to have a strong code of ethics and values. The samurai knew that in order to be effective warriors, they needed to be guided by a set of principles that they held sacred. This gave them a sense of purpose and direction, and it also helped them to stay true to themselves even in the most challenging situations. Secondly, we can see the importance of self-discipline and self-control. The samurai understood that true strength came not just from physical prowess, but also from mental fortitude. They practiced meditation and mindfulness techniques to develop their self-control and were expected to remain calm and focused even in the heat of battle. Finally, we can learn from the samurai's dedication to their craft. They took their duty as warriors very seriously and were constantly striving to improve their skills. They knew that in a world that was often brutal and unforgiving, they needed to be at the top of their game in order to survive. In conclusion, the secret to the samurai's success was their unwavering commitment to their code of conduct, which was centered around the principles of honor, loyalty, courage, discipline, and compassion. By adhering to these principles, the samurai were able to forge themselves into some of the most fearless and respected warriors of their time. Their story is a testament to the power of self-discipline, the importance of ethics, and the value of living a life of service. Now it's time to hear from you. What do you think is the most important lesson we can learn from the Samurai Code? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this one. Until next time, train hard, good luck, and have fun. As the sun began its slow descent, casting long shadows across the land, two samurai found themselves alone on a deserted stretch of beach. They had been separated from their group during a battle with rival clans and now faced the prospect of spending the night in the wilderness with little food and no shelter. But as the temperature dropped and the wind picked up, they noticed something in the distance. It was a small village, just a few huts nestled in the crook of the dunes. With the promise of warmth and companionship, they made their way toward the flickering lights. But upon reaching the village, they were met with a sight that made their blood run cold. The villagers were gathered in the center of the settlement, and in the middle of the crowd was a young woman who'd been captured during the battle. She was none other than the daughter of the clan leader they had sworn to protect. And the samurai knew that if they didn't do something quickly, she would be taken advantage of by the drunken members of the rival clan who were celebrating their victory. In that moment, they were faced with a choice that would test their loyalty and their honor. Would they help the young woman, even if it meant going against their orders? What do you think they should do? Make sure to comment below and let me know.